Okay. All right. The name is Rachel Welte. That's Rachelwelте. I'm the Public Information Officer, Broomfield Police Department. So we started to get reports from residents about 1:08 this afternoon. They said that they had heard a loud explosion and that debris was being dropped across Broomfield. There were three main areas where the debris was dropped. Commons Park, which is behind me, there's a massive debris field behind me, and then also the Red Leaf neighborhood, which isn't far from here, and Northmore, which is just here to my left. And so we started to get reports. We dispatched police officers, and within minutes we actually were on scene of some of these homes, and we actually saw some of these large pieces of debris which you're seeing circulate on social media. Remarkably, we have had no injuries reported yet. So considering how nice the weather is today compared to last weekend, the amount of debris and how far it stretches, the dog park is right here, obviously the turf field behind me, and we have had no reports of any injuries. The biggest thing right now is we are now securing the scene and all of the debris for the NTSB. They have dispatched a team to this area. So we're asking people, because the debris was so far and wide, if you find debris in your home, near your home, in your neighborhood, please don't touch it. Please don't move it. Just leave it there. Call dispatch. You can call 303-438-6400 or 911 if it's an emergency. Let us know, because we're trying to get an idea of how far this debris field is.
Rachel, what are some of the reports you've been hearing from folks here on the ground?
Yeah, so we have a lot of people coming by right now today, and mostly was the sound. A lot of people said they heard that really loud explosion, which startled a lot of people, and then they just started seeing basically what they thought was a plane falling from the sky. What it was debris. It's hard to determine exactly what it is. I did kind of comb through Commons Park. I was taking a look at some of the debris. It looks like possibly some exterior pieces of the plane, but people then just started calling us and said, you know, there's basically a plane falling from the sky. There were reports of smoke and possibly some flames, but we did hear reports that the plane has landed safely at DIA, and so we're thankful for that. I cannot confirm at this point if it was a commercial plane or not, but the video that we've seen out on social media and what people have been telling us is it was a rather large passenger plane.
Talk about this covering such a large area. How long does an investigation like this take, and what kind of impact is it going to have on the people who live around here?
Yeah, so I can't say specifically how long the investigation will take. The NTSB will determine that, but I will tell you, the amount of crime scene tape in the area that we're trying to secure right now is very unprecedented for us. We're trying to make sure that we have as much of the debris enclosed as possible so we can keep it intact for the NTSB. And so we have officers across not just Commons Park, but Northmore and Red Leaf. As you can see, we have crime tape everywhere. And so this is a pretty extensive project, and we'll stay here to help the NTSB as long as possible to secure the area. But I'm guessing it's going to be quite a while.
Forgive me if you've already covered this.
It's okay.
But have you gotten any reports of damage to homes specifically, of debris coming down through the roof, something like that?
I have heard reports that there were some homes that were damaged. The extent of that damage, I have not been able to narrow down at this point. So there are reports of that. It looks like some of the biggest pieces came down in the Northmore area near 13th and Elmwood.
Given that there was such a spread out scene and such large items falling from the sky, is it a miracle that nobody was injured thus far?
Yeah, I'm honestly shocked looking at this debris field and how busy Commons Park is. This is a very popular spot in Broomfield. We have the dog park, we have the turf field, there's playgrounds. This park, on a day like today when it's not as cold as it was last weekend, we could have hundreds of people here. And the fact that we are still not getting reports of any injuries is absolutely shocking at this point. It's amazing.
Are you running into problems with people trying to go and touch the debris?
Yeah, we have seen people actually touching and picking up the debris on social media. We've had people that are wanting to get close, of course, and examine it. A lot of curiosity. That's understandable. This is a big deal. But we're just asking people, please leave it in place. Let us know. Once again, they can call 303-438-6400. Let our dispatchers know, and we will make sure. We did actually also send out a code red alert, which is our emergency notification system in Broomfield, to about 1,400 residents around this vicinity, just letting them know, once again, please don't touch the debris. We want to keep it intact for the NTSB.
On a personal level, on that kind of emotional level, when you first started hearing reports that either a plane had crashed or something was falling from the sky, what was going through your agency
Yeah, actually, I'm a Broomfield resident. I live and work in Broomfield, and I was actually out running errands. A family member actually called me first and said that they heard the explosion. And honestly, within seconds, my work phone started ringing. And by the time I was able to look at social media and see some of the photos that were coming, and my heart dropped. And when I saw some of the size of the pieces, I thought, oh my goodness, we're going to have injuries or much more extensive damage. And thankfully, like I said, at this point in time, we have not heard of any extensive injuries or any at all.
So, do you think this whole thing could have been a lot worse?
Yeah.
In this area?
Yeah, exactly. It could have been. We could have had people here at the dog park with their kids playing soccer. There's even weekends in the summertime and in the spring when we have hundreds, thousands of kids on this turf field because we have soccer going. And because of COVID right now and it's still being wintertime, we don't have a lot of the athletic fields either open or a lot of the teams aren't playing. But during a summer day, you see thousands of kids out on these turf fields.
So I just can't remember if this has been answered. What happens now? Is it NTSB, FBI? What comes out next?
Yeah, so we'll secure the area, take initial witness statements from people that have debris in their yard, and then we will eventually turn the investigation over to the NTSB. They'll determine what happened. So really, we're just going to assist them from this point on. Any information that our dispatchers have gathered, we'll make sure we provide that with them, to them, and then, of course, we'll work in conjunction with them to help them with whatever we need.
Are you guys the only municipality that's having a response like this since it flew around the entire area?
Yeah, you know what? I don't know if any other municipalities. I can say that I've been in contact with other public information officers from other departments in the area, and I have not heard from them that they have experienced any debris. So as far as I know, Broomfield was the only area that was impacted.